Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my new video where we are going to be going over some more concepts you can look to utilize to improve your overall Swain play. Now, before we get into some gameplay particular examples, we're going to just be going over a very, very helpful tool, and that is leagueofgraphs.com, where you can search your summoner name in the top right. It shows all of your match history, your role win percentage, and then your overall champion win percentage. And then you can go under the champions tab. You hit the see more button, and you are able to see your win rate against particular matchups, which is a very, very important tool that you can utilize in understanding where your strengths and weaknesses are, because you want to attack your biggest weaknesses before you improve just a little bit more on your strongest strengths. So it does not surprise me at all that I have a very, very high win rate against the two of the champions that I play a lot in Senna and Lulu, and on top of that, Swain has a decent matchup. What you're looking for are these kind of matchups where you have a decent amount of games played, more than 5 games played against it, and your win rate is very, very low. These are the champions you need to either start banning out if you're struggling that much against them, or you need to start learning more about them, playing them in normal games, figuring out how to beat them in lane, and really understanding their strengths, weaknesses, and cooldowns are the biggest things that are going to be very, very helpful when you are playing it. If there is a common theme, say if I had a really low win rate against Pike and I had a really low win rate against Nautilus as well, I need to be like, okay, I just need to start focusing on hook champions. But if you have a high win rate against all-in champions or enchanter champions or poke mages, you just need to focus on the particular champion. So just try and get as much information out of this tab, because I think it is a very, very helpful tool. Now, if all of your games played are pretty low on the numbers side, the sample size just isn't big enough. But if you played at least about 100 to 200 games of a particular champion, you can start getting a really good understanding of the trends of your different win rates. And that will wrap up kind of the theory part. We're going to get into some gameplay now. Alright, and getting into a concept you can look to utilize when you're playing Swain, and that is the classic bait. Whenever you are playing a CC heavy champion, putting enemy champions in an overextended state and landing CC on them is going to be absolutely huge. As you can see here, I'm baiting them with very, very low mana, and Jhin is off screen, just about to come onto their screen, so it is going to put them in a very, very poor situation. But as you can see here, all they saw was a low mana Swain walking into 2 people. They thought it was a free kill. I knew the MMS flash was down. Flash out, let him hit the W and chase him down for an absolutely perfect free kill. And then we also get the Seraphim's flash here. Alright, we're going to be going over the next concept, and that is his level 6 power spike. It is absolutely insane. Even against a pretty decent combo in Misfortune and Seraphine here, we are just going to be rushing in because I have my Zonias, I have my Ignite, and I have my ult. It is going to take at least a 3v2, if not a 4v2. I see the Nocturne up top with the Talon, and I just take any fight. I just start walking forward. Once I hit the root, that's an auto cast on my ultimate, and we win the trade. Alright, and here's another very, very basic thing that you can look to utilize, particularly in lower elos, to get a lot of free kills, and that is how safe enemies feel when they are close to their turret. And how you can look to take advantage of this is by starting to auto the turret a bit, getting some of your support item passive stacks. I'm pinging a little bit because Nocturne does have ultimate and he is bot side, but once I see the Misfortune get hit by the W here and start overextending, looking for some trades, I start walking back a little bit, making him think that I'm a low threat, and then throwing my E on the enemy champion for a nice easy pick. They're a lot more likely to go into your E range when they are under tower, so always look for those very nice quick combos on the enemy champions. Alright, we're going to go over a very basic combo. This works in anything below diamond that people just do not expect it. I don't know why. It's so simple. It's so stupid. But when you're winning the 2v2s, just ganking your own lane, not coming down lane, and just using the try can be a very, very effective way of getting a fight forced on the enemy champions. As you can see here, I know it's going to be a long extended trade, so I just start with my ultimate just to get the tick going, just so I can get a very nice ultimate. We get a nice pick on the Seraphine here, forcing the flash out with their E, and then I know I can tower dive the Misfortune because I have Zonias. I could probably take in 3 to 4 tower shots and still be able to kill her and get out. So you can look to utilize this very simple but free kind of kills you can get once you start snowballing. Alright, and once the mid-game starts coming around, some more things you can look to utilize when you're playing with Swain is when you are a little bit ahead, as I am here, I am looking to just be a frontliner, because one of 2 things are going to happen. you are either going to get focused or you are just going to be able to create an immense amount of space. As you can see here, I am just running and trying to be in the front line as much as possible because I know if they focus me, I can just zone yes, and I'm under very, very little threat. And I just want to be in my maximum range for damage, which is pretty much where I can hit a lot of Qs on the enemy target. If you didn't know, you do additional damage with your Q when you are closer to the target. All right, and getting into the next concept, we're going to be talking about how well Swain works with long-range poke. Because your W is allowing you to set up a lot of very easy skill shots on the enemy champion because they're going to be slowed is going to be very beneficial. So looking for a Swain pick when you have things like Jhin and Victor that can throw out things from long range can be a great way to get a lot of free kills. As seen here, we're going to be throwing out a very long-range W into a Jhin R into a Victor E and completely one-shot him from a very long range away. All right, and for the final tip, we are going to be going over once you get really, really far ahead, just being in the front line and being a distraction and making sure to get your R ticking on the enemy champions as well as proccing as many passives and getting close range Qs is going to be the best way to really put the game away.